Missing the party. Come on.
Greetings, tribe. I'm your host, Ortega LaTrobe, and welcome to a very, very special Snacking with Ortega. Today is our 50th episode. Number 50, baby. Yeah! Couldn't have done it without your help. Appreciate it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Now, not only that, yesterday started National Hispanic Heritage Month. It runs from September 15th to October 15th. Really cool thing about that is I put an episode out every Thursday. I get 5 Thursdays in Hispanic Heritage Month to pay honor and tribute to some Hispanic and Latino dishes. Not only that, today is Mexican Independence Day, and it's the day the Mexican Fiesta is kicking off in Fort Madison for its 100th year. Started back in 1921. It's been carrying on the tradition ever since. I'm actually going to be there while this is airing. Anyway, that being said, let's get to the first of 5 episodes celebrating Hispanic and Latino cuisine. The thing I'm going to do first is enchiladas. So we're going to get to our ingredients real quick. Got diced potato, frozen peas, finely minced onion, enchilada sauce, tortillas, cheese, Goya, adobo. And that's really about everything I'm going to use today. So the first thing I do is I'm going to take my potatoes. Now, what I have here is Southern style hash brown potatoes. They're just small diced frozen potatoes. You can dice your own if you want. I would suggest cooking them down a little bit because I don't know if the oven time would be enough to get them soft enough, so maybe cook them down. These, you let them thaw and they're ready to use. Also, the enchilada sauce, you can use canned. You can make your own. Making your own isn't really that hard. You can find several recipes online. I happen to have been gifted a recipe for some enchilada sauce by a good friend of mine who has his history very deep in the village in Fort Madison. Like, I believe his family's probably one of the first to settle there. So I will keep that recipe to myself when I do make it. We'll just leave it at that. But again, you can find plenty of recipes. You know, go out there, look at 4 or 5, make some ideas, make your own, find your own what's good for you. Or just simply use canned. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let anybody ever tell you there's something wrong with using some canned product or box product, especially if it saves you some time. I mean, there are some really good products out there, and there's nothing wrong with using that. You're not fucking Wolfgang Puck. Don't worry about it. Do what you got to do to make food right at your house for you and your friends and family. Anyway, off on that fucking rant. I'm going to turn some heat on under this pan. I'm just going to put a really low heat on that. I'm going to take my onion, going to add our potatoes. Again, these measurements are all eyeballed. I don't have a specific number of enchiladas I'm going to make out of this. I'm going to make as many as this makes. Just kind of portion your onion to your potato. We're not going to cook this, get it crisp or anything. We're just going to get it warm so it's ready to fill. Got our potatoes, got our onions. Now we're going to add our peas. I like to use about 2/3 potato to 1/3 pea. Onion to flavor. Now to that, I'm going to add my trusty adobo. And of course, rarely does adobo travel without his good buddy, sazon. My buddy Tony Rican actually has a Puerto Rican cookbook out. It's called the Easy Puerto Rican Cookbook. There's a lot of really cool recipes in here, including recipes to make your own sazon, your own adobo, lots of other really cool things. Notice I walked off camera while I was talking. That's not very professional. Whatever. You know, fuck. I'm not a professional, am I? Get our adobo and our sazon stirred in. We'll take that down on its lowest heat, lid it up, just let it get some heat built up in there so we get our fillings warm. Once the filling is heated up and ready, I'm going to warm up my enchilada sauce. I'm going to get another pan, heat up these tortillas. We're going to dip them in the sauce, stuff them, roll them, pop them in the oven, and get them all nice and gooey and good. Filling is good and warm. I've got my enchilada sauce on a low heat, get ready to heat up. I'm going to lid it up so it warms up a little quicker. Got my pan to heat my tortillas in. The enchilada sauce is warm. I've That means we can start eating our tortillas, dipping our tortillas. It's a little different than some folks. Some folks will put a little sauce in the bottom of their pan and then fill and roll the tortillas and then put them in the pan and then dump the sauce over the top of them. I do it a different way where I actually dip the tortilla in the sauce, then roll it. That way it's on the inside and outside of the tortilla. I know my buddy Michael actually does some kind of thing where he kind of like lightly fries the sauce so it kind of cooks into the tortilla, and I don't know quite how he does that. Perhaps today while I'm at the fiesta I can ask him that secret. Sauce is warm, tortilla pan's getting warm. Take our tortilla, throw one in. While the tortilla is heating up, I'm going to take a little bit of our sauce and spoon it into the bottom of the pan here. It sucks when your entries fall apart. When they do, it really breaks my heart. It sucks when your entries fall apart. Take tortilla. Take some of our filling. You gotta be careful not to overfill these. You wanna make sure you can be able to get it rolled tight so they stay together. Another thing that I know is not quite proper is that I'm using a flour tortilla as opposed to corn. Now I know I've worked with corn in the past. I can roll them. They are a pain in the ass, and this is what I learned with. This is how my friends down home do it. It's how the people in my area grew up. That's how I know it. So to me, that's how we're gonna do it. So I've got some of my filling in there. I'm going to take some of my cheese, some of that on the inside as well, help give it a nice creamy texture. And we're going to tuck it, roll it, seam side down, another tortilla, throw it in the pan. Fuck go. Motherfucker. Seriously? Enchilada lamp? Tortilla too. Rolling, rolling, rolling. So that's half a dozen enchiladas. I could probably squeeze 8 in that pan, but I like to keep some space between them just so I can serve individual portions and not kind of have to cut through it. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my oven preheated to 325. I'm going to cover these with some cheese. I'm going to pop them in, get the cheese nice and melty, let everything blend together, and we're going to serve them up. Oh no, I seem to have run out of cheese. Whatever shall I do? Don't worry. Papa's got a brand new bag. And cheese, baby, and cheese. 2. Nope. That's right. So, we broke into corn tortilla rule. We put more than just cheese on the inside. I don't know, you know, this is how I learned and saw it done as I was growing up. And I like it this way, so, you know, if you want to make some enchiladas, I will just go ahead and call these Enchies Prado Style. Thank you, Michael. Let's give these guys a taste. And there's something to be said about how all the flavors combine with the cheese on the inside. Good old look at that. Do you see that pea sticking out there? Yeah. God damn it. Please check out my other show, Ortega's Hot Plate. It is my talking show. Drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, help our channel grow. Thank you for stopping by the Hacienda. I'm Ortega LaTrobe. You've been snacking with Ortega.
I love Ortega's sauce. It makes my taco pop.
This is unreal, completely unreal.